If you want to solve math education in America, I think you can do it in 1 year. I'm going to tell you my strategy for solving math education in 1 year. What is the yardstick of success? Let me address that quickly. It's one thing to be good at math. It's another thing to have a good attitude towards mathematics, right? So I want students to be very good at math, okay? I want them to do linear algebra and differential equations while they're still in high school. Like I want them to get 30 college credits of math while they're still in high school, right? So I'm not lowering the bar at all. But I don't want students just to do a lot of mathematics. I want them to enjoy it. I want them to love mathematics. And one of the books that I think will help with that is Mathematics for Human Flourishing by Dr. Francis Su. So I want to encourage you to read this to begin to rethink what you think about math and mathematical thinking. Later in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the greatest mathematicians ever, which is another strategy. We need to be teaching them about the greatest mathematicians and why they did the work that they did. But let's go ahead and dive in. So what is the goal with the Math Excellence? So my name is Amos Tarfa, Amos the Math Guy, and I write and teach mathematics. I'm a medical physicist by training. I have a bachelor's in chemistry, and then I teach, I love teaching math, history, science, history. And my goal is to make calculus accessible to everybody. I want to show people the beauty in mathematics. So my goal for everybody is not just to get to calculus. I want them to get to calculus in 10th grade. Like that should be normalized, right? We can compete with Singapore. We have what it takes. We just have to change our mindset. Now, why do I bring up Singapore in this discussion? Because they've been number one in the elementary school math space now for like 15 years. The advantage we have with learning from Singapore is that Singapore is the only English-speaking country in the top 6 or 7 countries that are ranked in mathematics, right? So we can look at their textbooks, right? I have their textbooks here. I look at Singapore's material and I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing. Some of it is similar to what I grew up with in Nigeria. And I'm saying, let's bring all of that to America and let's give that excellence in mathematics to anybody that wants to learn. See, there's this idea that school funding is the only thing that could limit, or one of the main things that can limit someone's mathematical ability. That's not necessarily true in this age of excess information and technology. We need to raise up coaches and teachers and people that can guide children along the way to calculus. So how do we solve American math education in 1 year? The first thing is we need to define our goal and where we headed. And I will just be upfront. We need to stop taking summers off from math. We should not be taking the whole summer off. There should be a little bit of mathematics that is done all year. If you don't want to lose ground and have to rebuild, there is no reason to be doing that. There are some schools that have 50% of kids doing remedial math. That's just a waste of time. Like, we need people to be learning math well, going into college with an understanding of calculus and beyond. So the beginning of getting a solid foundation in math, of course, is early math education. But the way that we solve math in 1 year is that this summer, 2025, we're not taking it off. Like, that's what America needs to decide, is that we're not taking summer 2025 off. We're doing an assessment of everybody's math level, and